External environment on a macro scale. The analysis includes global, political, social, demographic, and technological analysis. The primary purpose of external analysis is to determine the opportunities and threats in an industry or any segment that will drive profitability, growth, and volatility. The alignment between the firm's internal resources and capabilities and external opportunities is important and is called strategic fit. While strategic intent is really necessary because you are not only adapting to the present environment, but resource-wise preparing for the possible opportunities that will arise. When an external opportunity arises, the organization can take advantage. One of the characteristics of the external environment is its uncertainty. It constantly changing, uncertain, and hard to predict. Difficulty to forecast even with tool and by experts. Munificent is a positive characteristic of environment. It provides opportunity to grow for an organization. A difficult environment to start a business if it has the characteristic of illiberality. The market is already mature and saturated, and supplies are also difficult to attain, so there is uncertainty in maintaining consistent and adequate supply. There is no longer market growth. It is necessary to understand the complexity in the environment dimension to be able to respond appropriately.
Static environment is easier to forecast, rather than a dynamic dimension where there are many changes in factors and variables pertaining to the internal and external environments.
Then the environment types. The political legal environment has a big effect on the organization. An organization must be compliant to any red tape policies of the government and compliant to the different rules and regulations of the government. One must also be converse with the language of the economy to understand GDP growth rate, interest rate, mortgage rates, stock market performance, consumer confidence, and inflation rates. One must also be always alert with the changes happening in the socio-cultural environment. Factors can easily shift. The product preference of a demographic can suddenly shift, and market demand for a product can suddenly change because of change in trends and factors in socio-cultural environment. Technological environment has helped managers to operate global business units more efficiently, and the ecological environment as firms are becoming socially responsible in how they deal with increasing threats related to the environment. The environment have degraded and natural resources depleted, including issues with global warming. The task environment has more direct influence to the organization. Like consists of customers, competitors, suppliers, and regulators. Customers are our target to serve, and customer groups with a similar needs are defined as part of a segment. We compete in the industry to have a bigger share in the segment, and the buying behavior of customers influence firms in position of their products and services. The competitor forms an important element of the task environment. The positioning strategies of the firm defines with whom it competes for the customers in the market segment. Suppliers are very important in one's business by supplying raw materials to the firm. Quality-related issues comes when the supplier cannot deliver the quality and proper quantity of products agreed upon, will greatly affect the operation of one's business. Regulators, on the other hand, is beneficial to the industry. It helps regulates competition. They give protection to copyrights and trademark, which without competitors may just copy your product designs, losing your competitive advantage. Just abide by the rules, then one can benefit by the regulators and not risk your firm off getting shut down for violations. Porter's 5-force model starts with the competitors. An industry with low barrier of entry is risky because of many potential new competitors. It is just easy to enter the industry, with average investment needed. Incumbents can lower the threat if they adopt best practices to minimize cost or take advantage with larger production capacity and benefit from economies of scale. Firms further lowers the risk of competition if they created customer loyalty. Buyers' influence comes in the form where buyers can dictate price discounts at the same high quality enough service. Buyers influence the firm when they might switch to other products and services. When a buyer groups comprise a significant portion in the market or segment, then they can influence the firm because the firm wants to secure their buying group. The supplier's influence is when there are few suppliers available and they can charge high price for materials and finished goods. When they are the only supplier who can give customized products with access to technology and other relevant resources, the suppliers have strong influence. The substitute products, it is when markets have alternative products that could replace existing products based on fluctuation of demand, trends, and market buying behavior. Like in the case when mad cow disease was high, sales of chicken were up. Similarly, chicken products were consumed less when there was a bird's flu, and sometimes consumers move to the alternative substitute products when there is substantial difference in pricing. It is a strategic grouping to have a clear market share, market segmentation, and positioning over the competition. A distinct classification like in the hotel industry. They are not all similar hotels. There is a luxury, a mid-market, an economy, and budget hotel market segments. The general macro environment might not directly affect the firm, but if it affects the task environment like the customers, supplier, competitors, regulators, then task environment has a direct impact on one's organization. Includes firms that have operations in various international contexts from hotels, restaurants, casino. They have taken advantage of the cyclical nature of the business. There is a lot of risk in internationalization, but with a proper strategy, the benefits and potential of being able to explore a bigger market, the potential for growth is big.